Well, we had 17 degrees last night. Everybody survived. My three little chickens, I gave them a cozy heater, so when they're sitting on this bar, all the heat would come off. Or if they sit up on the next bar up, they would feel it, because I could feel it walking near it. And they are doing really well. Fluffy's 2 years old. Nutmeg and Josephina are almost a year old. They'll be a year old in, oh, I don't know when they could become a year old, but they were just starting to lay me eggs. Fluffies are like medium, and the other two are more like smaller. So anyway, they came from the same flock that I got the other two over here from. I just realized that even my girlfriend mentioned it to me, that she said, you know how it's funny, ironic, that that's the mother of that one. Okay. The mother of that one. And Fluffy came from a different mother, but these two, I think they remembered each other, connected, and somehow they became broody. But anyway, you can see how much bigger she is. She's laying on the really huge eggs, and she's laying on maybe 2 huge eggs, and the rest are the little small bandy type chicken ones. Just gave them some fresh water. I gave them another water bottle, which is hanging right there. See? Because when the mosquitoes start coming out, that's the water bottle I'll start using. Just getting them used to it again, so I always do that. And then I have another nesting box down there. My daughter, I told her next time she comes over, we're going to try to do this together and hold on to it. And I know they're going to be in the nest and everything. Or I can do what my girlfriend says and go ahead and try to make some ramps in there so they can help with their babies down and everything like that. I don't know how that's going to work out. I was trying to take that one out and make it like a little fence thingy so the babies can't get out that easily. They can kind of walk around up on top like a top thing. And then put maybe a plank down across this way. And then I was thinking maybe on that side have a plank going down with these little feet things so the baby chicks can go up and down. I don't know how this is all going to work out. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would, decide, hey, I'll lay in these boxes down here. I have to go find the other one like that. I have another one just like that. I thought of putting it over there. My girlfriend just told me, well, when they start having chicks, just go ahead and move them down. That way you don't have to worry about them going up. I guess so. I guess I could do that. I hope this is big enough for a bunch of chicks. By then I hopefully have this other door open again. This door here open. And then that way food and everything will be out here. And the chicks and everything can dig around in there. And then they have to learn how to hop through. But since the chicks are kind of small, I might have to put a ramp there. And a ramp on that side to get them so they can go in and out. For now. Until they get old enough and they can hop. Anyway, I'm going to let them alone. Just got them getting them some water because, didn't have any water. And these chicks here, or not chicks, they're old enough to be considered adults. I gave them the leftover water from in there because it was kind of low. And I think they're okay in water here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I don't think they even use that. Anyway, then, oh yeah, they're still good in food. I mean, there's only 3 little chicks here. They are chickens. They ain't going to be eating too much and everything. And I gave them a bunch of seed here so they get to eat. And they've been laying in those 2 boxes for eggs, so I'm kind of happy about that. Oh, but when I get that other place done for them, they're going to love it. They've been outside nibbling and everything, so I'm going back out. Ducky's out. I don't know where she's at. I know I put a poll up for everybody to, tell me which ones you want to see more of in the animal category. Not the garden category. I don't think anybody really wants to know how I do all this stuff. Anyway, oh, excuse me, it's so dusty. Oh, Ducky's in her little pond. Let's go back this way. I put the big chickens away. They were still underfoot again. Not the favorals. I mean, they don't get underfoot, but boy, the other ones do. I've been cleaning this up slowly, trying to rake up all the leaves and shoving them into the run. And the big run for the big ones. Trying to clean that out. It used to be the ducky's house. See, she's in their pond. It filled all the way up from all the rain we had. And these guys, I dug all the dirt in here. All kinds of worms are in there. So they're always complaining I'm nothing to do. So I dug up their entire area. Let me show you over here. If the duck doesn't splash me. I know she's really into her pond. I broke all the ice and took all the ice off and everything. Yeah, I dug this all up in there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I cut some of the dirt out of there because I'm getting ready to close them off. And they're going to have this side for them. This side I'm going to work on hers and get more chicken wire up so nothing can get in there. And then I'm going to place a bunch of wire on the ground about, probably almost a foot deep. Then put the dirt back and then put it so I can put it all the way across. That way anything comes in here when I have them both sides open, they don't get eaten up or dug out or anything like that. They only dig so far and they quit. So I can put this food and everything in there. And there's my big bird, and that's male. And here comes, I can't tell for sure. I always have to get them side by side because one's a lot lighter. I told my daughter, you know how I know which favor it is? And she goes, what? One eats a lot, which is really heavy, and the other one don't eat much at all, and she just likes to talk and eat and talk. So I think that's Gabby because she's eating and talking. Yeah, and then over here, I'll show you what I've been doing in here. I've been working on the pile over here in the duck area. I've been piling it up, mixing the dirt and the leaves are breaking down. She went in here and chowed down all the worms she could find. You can see she's rinsed her mouth out here. I made her a heated pool so to get down in the 20s tonight. So I figured this way, if it does freeze, this is the place that she can get a drink of water. Because I made it special for her. She really liked the way I did this. I raked all this up so she had a place to walk around. I gave her her whole bed back and stocked it full. And last night I checked on her. She was actually inside that thing. I couldn't find her anywhere. I went looking through all the holes that I have here trying to find her. And I had to literally come in, and then she was like looking at me like, hi. And I said, no, I'm not going to let you out. I'm just checking to see where you're at. I thought I forgot to put you in. And she went right in there. You know, I haven't found any mice yet. I smell them, so I don't know where they're at. I know they're around. And I gave her pad. She likes to lay on the pad when it's hot out. And I put her some stuff up there because she gets up there watching the chickens, and she'll get, poops all over the top of that. I don't know what her problem is. Anyway, so I'm mixing this here. I got to get a new fly tape. That one's kind of full. And there's only opening here for rain to come in, so that causes the pile to compost a little more. Let me show you what I'm going to do in the backyard. I told my daughter next time she comes over, we're going to be working on that. She's like, that's fine, I'll go. I'll help you. She enjoys helping me. She likes what I'm doing in here. I haven't really worked on that yet. I'm going to go and work on it sometime this week. Let's see, I'll show you. I'm going to take you back here to the backyard. And I wish this guy didn't put this thing in such an angle. You can see where the disruption is. The angle did a little too much. Anyway, I'm going to rip all this out, all this section here out. I'm moving the rocks over here. I'll show you why. I'm going to put in, about a foot deep, have it so it matches the wiring. So I have to unhook all this and put the carpet, that heavy stuff down, bury it, and stuff, and leave the chickens dig at it. I piled a bunch of leaves over here. I planted a bunch of grass seed. They haven't been out here to eat it yet, but the grass is starting to come. But they dig. My pole's out, and the pole's almost fell over. See how that's already coming out? And I'm thinking about I told my daughter we're going to make a little ditch, the rest around it, and then we're going to put the rocks in there. That'll keep predators out, mostly. I mean, yeah, people say, well, they're going to get up on this. Well, when this starts to shake like this, they think it's going to fall, and then they just jump back off. I see cats trying to get up here all the time, trying to figure out how to get in here. Anyway, so I'm going to fill this all up with the rocks. And I don't think my blueberry plant over here made it. I think they somehow got their heads in those big tall chickens and chowed down. I don't see any life at all in this thing. Let's see. No leaves, no nothing. It died. I tried. I thought I could put some bushes in here. I might have to go buy bushes, the kind that ain't going to hurt them, and just plant them. Because the only way that's going to work. And then, if they eat some of it, fine. If they don't, they don't. Get some of those kind of, partly shaded area. Because, it gets sun, but not as much. I think in the summertime, when the sun's way up there in the sky, okay, right there, we get like 4 hours of sun. So I got to find stuff that takes 4 hours of sun and put it right in here. If I can get my blackberry and my blackberries going, I thought of taking some of the rooting systems and put it in here, and then see if I can get them to grow in here. My husband said it'd probably be better on the other side, but no sun's on the other side. And I wanted to put privacy fence up, and I got to work on that privacy fence. I ran out of the black. This is the black right here, black velvet, not velvet. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to say black vinyl, and it's got cotton side on one side, and I ran out of that stuff. So I'm trying to debate what to buy next. I know I need to get more stuff. I think this is all the same stuff here. I bought it at Walmart, I think. Got like 15 yards, and I stuck it all the way across. Mom says, that's a good idea, using gray, because I like gray. But I don't want white, because white will turn discolored really bad, so I thought gray would be better. So I need to replace all that, or at least get it to not have as many holes. I mean, they're really holey on the other side. But I haven't really fixed up, and I got a bunch of trees I need to get down, and I need to put them inside the duck area. But I got all summer to work on that before fall comes. Anyway, that's my goal, is to change that. And that's what I want to do. Ducky is still in the pond over here. I think she is. Oh, she's out again. She was in it twice already. There we go. I gotta put, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this like this, but I'm going to put down the same mesh stuff here across this way to keep, you know, chickens or anything from digging it up. It keeps the dirt where it belongs too. I've never seen any mice try to live underneath it, so, and I have it lipped up across here to kind of help keep, snakes and crap out. Even though I do have that mesh stuff, see, it's over there. It's all along the bottom all the way around this whole thing. So, and then I have to still fill in the other side, which I've not done. That's what I'm going to do around this and underneath it and everything. But I keep letting the chickens get in there, and they keep messing everything up. One of these days I'm going to get it done. My daughter says, I can come over more often, yeah, but I can't pay you that much. That's fine. I still like to come over and help and learn as much as I can. So, Ducky, you ready to come out? Or are you going to go sun yourself? Well, I'm going to go sit down for a little bit. Alrighty, let's see here. I try to pet her. I try to pet her all the time, and she's like, no, I took a bath. I can't smell like you. There's my Ducky. Isn't she beautiful? Hi, Ducky. She's cleaned herself really good. I put a whole bunch of worms on the bottom. I think that's what she saw them when she looked up in there and saw the worms moving around. She goes, oh, I got to go eat them. Oh, what a good duck. So pretty and shiny. I moved the owl. See, the owl was looking down at her when she was taking a bath. She got so upset. She flew up there, then flew up there and knocked it off. So I should have had my video camera with me, but my phone was charging, and I didn't think about the camera, so I just left it. And my daughter and I decided to turn that around, put the cage on this side, so she don't have the capability just to fly up and then up again. I mean, she can only fly 3 foot. Hi, you looking at me, huh? Look at her. She's looking. Oh, you looking up there? Something up there I should know about? Oh, you see a big bird up there. I think that's a vulture. Has those white wings. Yeah, that's a vulture. Because if it wasn't a vulture, it would have been something else. Anyway, and so she could fly 3 foot up. So that's 3 foot. That's about 2.5 foot. And she was up there. And then she kept thinking, where can I fly next? And says, you're not going to fly very far. You're just going to come straight back down. She doesn't have the lift. I took the lift off. She still has the... my daughter says, well, what's the lift? Those little things that come out on the tips of your hands like this, like when you have your wings and that. I took those off. You take those off, and they don't have no lift to fly too high. They only can fly so high. So the inside wings, I don't know, by the elbow, I guess, where they flex them, they're still all the same. They're still got the little rounded looks, but that keeps them so they can still fly 3 foot up and get away from a predator. They just have to keep doing it. And then if she pushes herself hard enough, she can actually fly about 3 foot across this garden, all the way across. So she could do it if she really wants to. But taking the lifts off, she literally flew right over the fence. Not this fence, but the other fence over there where they have the huge dogs. They have like, I think 3 really huge dogs. One's mixed with a wolf or something like that. And she just let them out, and she called them back. And when she realized there was a goose in the back, and I said, that's not a goose, that's a Muscovy duck. And she let me go in and go get her, and I scooped her up with a net and took her back out. And then she said, okay, I'm going to let the dogs back out. Make sure you lock my gate. I will. But she helped me out. She likes looking up. She's like, technically, if she gets along with the big chickens, she gets along with the little chickens. But the big chickens, if she would just literally get along with them, she is a good watchdog. Whenever she sees a hawk or whatever, she makes a weird noise and takes off running back to her house. But But the chickens are stupid. I guess she never raised them, so they don't know. They're in there. I just gave them fresh leaves. That's why they're all talking now. Gave them fresh leaves, dug up all the dirt, so there's lots of worms, and I got something to do now. They were driving me nuts. I could hear them in the house squawking at each other. And she's just working on herself. She's such a good ducky. Hi, ducky. You a good ducky? Yeah, so she's happy. I gave her house back, and I put some nice hay in, or Timothy hay. I like Timothy hay because I can eat it. Regular hay, I don't think they can eat that stuff. It's not good for them anyway. So I put her house in there, and I put the food on one side, and she could fill up her mouth and run to the water and do her water thing that she does with her mouth. Normally I don't put the food there, but right now I'm doing that compost pile, and that food gets in the way, and I'm knocking it all out. So I'm moved it there for now, and I'll bring it back out later. But she's a good duck. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she wants. So, hun ducky, you're a good ducky. Yeah, one of these days we'll get her some new ducky eggs, but I'm thinking maybe something smaller type of duck. You know, I thought the khaki Campbells would be awesome, but boy, that one duck is loud. And it was weird because all the ducks I had all males and one female. That's just not right. So we dispatched a bunch of males, and because I had a lady that wanted to eat duck and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and took care of them for her and gave them to her. I don't know if she ever ate them. But I like watching her. She's pruning her feathers and everything. See the inner feathers, she still has all the lumps and everything, but she doesn't have the tips, the ones that give her the lift. As I did a lot of research on, you know, how birds fly, and to get lift, they need to have their outer feathers. But if you take the outer feathers off, they don't have lift. Oh, you stretching? How do you do that on one leg? Oh, I'd fall over if I did that. Oh, look at her stretch those wings and everything. Oh yeah, you like that, huh? You ready to go back in? I mean, we spent an hour out here together. I think she likes to be out all day, but you know, I don't know. I don't trust those hawks. I mean, they were nesting in the back over here they're inside the pine trees. It's not that cold out. My husband comes in, oh, I'm freezing, I'm too old for this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to live in Florida. I don't think I would like it. I just, you know, everything's so much bigger there. My mom says, not if you go into a development, they spray all this chemical around. I'm like, I don't want to be outside. No, they'll let you know when they're going to do it, and they tell everybody to stay indoors and turn off their fans. So when they spray it, then you wait 24 hours and you come back out. And I said, that's crazy. I mean, I don't mind bugs. I mean, jeepers, that's why you have chickens and ducks and stuff like that. But they're so much huger. The spiders are bigger. The snakes are bigger. They got alligators, and I can't imagine trying to fend my ducks and chickens off from alligators. I was telling my husband, and he's kind of interested in me doing this, but I don't know yet. I was thinking next time the chickens, the little bandies, go on a broodiness, I'm thinking I'm going to raise some, what do they call them? Quail. Because quail tastes like chicken and duck combined. And I love eating duck and I love eating chicken. But I thought, well, that has to be really good meat. But it says not to cook it until it's crispy. I know, my grandma would cook small game birds, until they were so crispy, you're just like, what am I chewing here? Am I eating bone? And she goes, no, there's no bone. I like to cook it all the way through. Now, have you ever tasted her hamburgers? You could actually fly them across the room like a disc, and they'd bounce off the dang wall and break. I'm like, and you want us to eat these? I told Grandma, whenever she's done cooking them, put them in a pan with a lid, and they'll stay moist. She goes, why do I want them moist for? Grandpa likes them well done. And I looked at Grandpa, and after she walked out of the room, I said, do you really like these things well done? He goes, no, but the first time she ever cooked the darn things, they were so horrible that, you know, they were like slimy, and I couldn't stand it. So I told her to cook it a little longer. I guess she just took it at, I want them hard as a rock. And I said, oh, I was wondering. I mean, she was good at making a lot of things, but no, not hamburgers. Don't ask her to make hamburgers. She's not here anymore. She's in heaven, but I kind of miss her. She died year 2019. She got really sick, And I don't think it was a coronavirus. I think she had the, what do they call that? It gets in your lungs and fills up. Can't remember. She was already like 95 or 99 years old. You hear them in there making all kinds of ruckus. She wants to live in the big house again. Because I had the ducks and the big chickens I used to have, because they all died off. And they all lived together in the big pen. And I think she wants to go in there, but I think they would just gang up on her and think she's an enemy and tries to kill her. So we just don't think it's a good idea, huh? Yeah. Do you think it's a good idea? No. She's a good duck. You want me to pet you? Come here. I never could get her to eat out of my hand. I mean, her brother ate out of my hand and her sister did, but she would never eat out of my hand. I tried to come over here and pet her, and she used to come right to me and I petted her. My husband's out with the dog. I don't know what he's doing. Ready to go back in, Speckles? I think it's time. Let's go back home. Come on. You took a nice 2 baths. Come on. Which way are we going to go today, huh? Let's go. Keep going. I don't even know what this is. Oh, that was from that tape I used. I know, it's going to go this way. See, that's all the ice I had took off the top. And there we go. Let's go inside. You got lots of seed in here. I put you a bunch of seed in. Okay. You got your warm water and you got your cold water. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? See you later. There's the chickens. Oh my gosh, they're making themselves in a dirty mess in there. Oh, I think I hurt my finger. You can watch the chickens while I get her put in the cage. There you go. There's the chickens. There's some rolling around in the dirt. I put that dirt up there. For some reason, they like that dirt better. I used to make that used to be their, well, the other chickens' place to dust. But I'm going to have to move the dusting area and move it over there. It used to be underneath there, but I'm put this lid on because this didn't have a lid before. So they're trying to dig all the holes out. I just got done putting back in there because they put a big giant hole in. That's why I need to put the mesh in and lock it in so they can't go anywhere and bury the mesh. That's what I'm thinking. So we got Big Bird making a mess out of himself. Yeah, everybody's eating around him. I put a bunch of seed in there. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye-bye.